Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of Mixing a Subscriber's music tutorial. And this particular guy is named Nick Silva, and I will be putting it in the description. And actually the name is gonna be in the description. So if you guys want to check him out, I will put him in the description below. Just check him out. All right, and his this song is named "Too Far Gone," and I'm going to show you a snippet of it. I'm not really gonna play the whole song, just the loudest parts. Just so you guys would have an idea as to what we're working on today. All right, this is a rock track, and yeah, just go check it out. This is how it's gonna sound like, and I'm gonna show you how I mixed it. All right. All right, there you have it, guys. So the name of the song is "Too Far Gone." All right, and some of the let's go to the master bus. All right, Nick. By the way, and all of you guys who are watching this, these first two plugins, this gain plugin, this is a volume plugin, and this VU meter, it's only for gain staging. And if you guys don't know what gain staging is, I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to look it up. And in fact, I might do a video on what gain staging is. It depends. If you guys want me to do that, let me know in the comments down below. And this is just basically gain staging. All right, these first two. So it's just matching the volume so that it would reach the negative 18 decibel sweet spot. All right, so let's move on. So we have our first distortion, and it's gonna be 12%. All right, mix level is gonna be at 12%, and that's all that I have tweaked. You can choose your own. I do realize that not all distortions plugins are the same. So whatever your DAW is, you can consult to the your DAW as to what kind of distortion you have. In this case, my DAW is my digital audio workstation, or the software that I'm using to mix music is FL Studio 20. All right, and this is how their fruity fast distortion looks like. They have a whole lot more. They have Blood Overdrive. They have Soft Clipper. All of these other distortion plugins. And yeah, and I chose this distortion. It's simple to use, and it gives you the results you want. Just a simple distortion. And the mix level is at 12%. All right, I don't want to go 50% or 90%. I just want to go 12%. All right, there you go, guys. Let's move on to our EQ. And all right, our token number 6, which is at 6K at a Q factor of 1, and our gain level is at 2 decibels. All right, and what this does, I keep saying all right. I notice. What this does is, it gives you the crisp for all of those high frequencies from 6K. Some of it down to like 5K or 4K. But it's usually all the way up to 20K, things like that. And that's why we have this boost right here. All right, let me show you how it sounds like with this boost. All right, like what exactly we're boosting with this range right here. All right, here it goes. All right, you can hear the drums, the distortion of the guitar, and some of the vocals. That's because those instruments have frequencies that are over here. All right, if we don't do this boost right here, we are not going to be able to brighten up our mix. All right, the purpose of this is to brighten the whole mix since we are on the master bus. All right, and that's pretty much it. And I gave it this boost. I forgot to take it out because back when I was mixing the master bus, when I was in the master bus, I gave it this high pass filter at 22 hertz, all right, with the Q factor of 24 decibels per octave. All right, I did that, and so it made the volume a little bit lower because we took out some of those frequencies that that not a whole lot of people hear, unless if you have speakers that can amplify this, and even then you cannot even hear anything maybe below 30 or something like that. We don't really pay too much attention on those frequencies, because 30 hertz is actually something that you feel on a big speaker. You know what I'm saying? It's not really something you hear. It's something, it kind of, you just feel it, It's so low that you can just feel. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I realized that I forgot to take it out, so I apologize for that. But anyway, you guys know what our goal is over here. So yeah, I don't have any other moves here. So yeah, I don't have any other moves. All right. So now let's go to the compressor. All right. This one here, the threshold. All right. What dictates our threshold is, our gain staging, and so, I set it to 6 decibels. All right, so that you can have a maximum of 2 decibels of gain reduction. Makeup gain is at 1 decibel. 30 ms attack time, and 100 ms of release. And our ratio is at 10. All right, this setting is what I usually use for the master bus, so that we can compress the whole mix. And I'm talking about even like whether it's whether you have plugins on your individual tracks or not, it still compresses the whole mix, because my process is top-down mixing. I start with the master bus, go to the individual buses, and then go to individual tracks. Like for example, for this vocal bus, I've gone after I was finished with the master bus. All right, so then yeah, that's pretty much it. Like this setting over here, as well, as you may have already known, it encourages your drums to, it does not really squash your drums. It allows your drums to breathe or to do its thing, to be punchy. That's the setting. All right, that's the purpose of this setting over here. All right, so then yeah, that's all of my plugins, all right, in the master bus, and all of these D gain, just to achieve some gain and all of that, to reach the ceiling, which is, well, it actually, to get it as close as possible to the ceiling. All right, because I've done some, actually this is just part of the gain staging. I apologize for that. And this limiter is, just for, just to make sure that we're not clipping, we're not exceeding the limit, So, and this one here, with the span plugin, all right, this is just a monitoring plugin. You're gonna monitor you know, the face of your instruments, you know, your stereo field, kind of, you know, and your peak meter and your and the balance of your frequencies right here. So that's pretty much it. Now let's move on to the vocal bus. All right. I know I shouldn't have like done this, like I probably should have said it like this. I didn't want to cut some of the, what is that, 2500 hertz, you know, because that contributes to the shine. Well, that's the low end of the shine of the vocal, so that's why I didn't want to cut them. Anyway, we have done a boost at 6K. All right, 0.9 Q factor of 0.9 and the gain of 8 decibels. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it, you know, like, yeah. Oh, okay, here it is. At token number 5, which is at 9507 hertz. All right, Q factor of 2 in the range of -18 with a threshold of -25.7 decibels. Fastest attack, which is 0.5 ms, and the release is at 30 ms. Pretty quick release. You know, like this setting right here. All right, is for the sibilants, your S's, your T's, you know, like we don't want them to be too sharp. So we have this setting right here. All right, let's solo it out so that you guys could see which frequencies am I actually affecting. So there you have it, close to 8K, and since it's at 9K, it affects 10K a little bit and 13K and everything, you know, that this token is, you know, close to. Now that is determined by your Q. So the higher this level, all right, you're gonna affect less of the frequencies that are close to these frequencies. You know, that's basically it. All right, this is for sibilants, dealing with sibilants. All right, now let's move on to the drums. All right, I won't be getting into the tracks first. That's gonna be on the next video, because I don't want this video to be too long, and I want you guys to still kind of learn from it, you know, as to why I'm doing these moves. All right, now let's move on to our drum bass. All right, what we have done here is, I believe that's all we have done. We have, let me go check. All right, we've only grabbed a, what is this, a high pass filter, set it to 23 hertz and a Q factor of 24 decibels per octave. What this does is it deals with the low end, you know, like, you know, we don't really want to take up too much headroom, so that's why I've done this cut, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. And now we have almost the same setting on our as you can remember, maybe our master bus, but it's not really the same, as our threshold is at 5.8. I know it's 6, this one here is 6, but this one here, remember, we're just dealing with the drums on this one, so it could be different, you know, from this one. So now we have our makeup gain at 1 decibel and 30 ms of attack time and 100 ms of release. All right, same ratio, almost the same setting, you know. All these two are achieving is to make sure that your drums will still remain punchy, except this one here, it deals with the entire drum set only, and this one here, it deals with the entire mix. All right, so that's pretty much it, you know. It's not really that hard to mix drums, you know. And I've gone ahead and grabbed a limiter, and I turned down the gain by 0.5 decibels just to make sure we're not hitting the limit. All right, you can no, yeah, sure, you can turn down the fader, but the thing is, what will happen is you will actually make your drums quieter. Now, yeah, I suppose you can turn down everything else as you turn down the drums as well, you know what I'm saying. So there you have it. And for the bass, I grabbed a limiter what this does is there was a part on the bass where it's louder than the rest, and I don't know which part it is. It was I'm not sure if it's this one here or if it's that one, but anyway, there was a loud part, so I've gone ahead and grabbed a limiter. All right, I set it to negative 13.8 decibels. All right, ratio is 20:1, fastest attack, and your release at 100 ms. You know, you can, whatever your fastest attack setting is on your compressor, you can set it as well. It may not be as fast as this, you know, which you, as you can see right here in the hint panel, it says that it's 0.00 ms. So that's as fast as it could be, you know, like it's not even half of an millisecond. All right, so that's pretty much it. All right, and now I haven't put any plugins on the electric guitar, and now we're gonna go to our strings. So now we've still the same, you know, 6K. Remember, I've said about this 6K boost right here. All right, that also affects the cello since it's in the master bus. All right, but we've gone ahead further and boosted it by 13 decibels and the Q factor of 0.8. All right, 6K. All right, this boost is to make sure that your cello, all right, your cello will have the, what is that? Is it the scratching? Like, oh, it's not like scratching, you know, but like when you take your bow and grind it against the string of your cello, all right, that's when you hear the, you know, that high pitched scratch. It's not like really scratch like the bad sound, but it's more of like the, you know, it's the sound that, you know, your bow and your string produces whenever you play the violin with your bow, basically, you know. And yeah, it's usually in this frequencies. In fact, let me show you guys how it sounds like on its own. This frequency 6K. All right. All right, kind of like a bee buzzing. All right, I'll show you what this boost does. All right, without it. All right, let's put it there. Okay, so that's the purpose, all right, for this particular instrument. All right, so now we're gonna move on for. Actually, let me go check if I forget something. I hope not. All right, I did not forget anything else. So now let's go to the compressor. All right, which will be the last part of this video, as you know, we're not gonna make this video too long. Set at negative 16.5 decibels over the threshold, 20:1 ratio, fastest attack, and 100 ms of release. All right, makeup gain is at 4 decibels. All right, with the bass. All right, there was no makeup gain. Like I said, it's just to there was a loud part that I just needed to tame, so I didn't really put any gain, you know, back. All right, but with this one here, there's gain. Just so that I don't want the strings to be too dynamic. I want it to be kind of the same, and the only thing that I will hear is it's just the actual playing of the, you know, who like if this was programmed or if this was played, I'm not sure. But the only thing that you will hear, like, it will still be the same volume wise, but you will still hear the difference. It won't be buried in the entirety of the mix. All right, so that's pretty much it, you know. That's the purpose of this compressor. All right, so Now that you have made it to the end of this video, I encourage you to stay tuned for episode 2, all right, of this of mixing of the second video of our second series of mixing a subscribers tutorial. All right, here at Outrageous Producing, we take your mixes, or we take your songs based on how you want them to be mixed. You know, maybe you want them to sound like Green Day, or maybe you want them to sound like Carrie Underwood, or whomever artist it is that you want to sound like, maybe Soundgarden. All right, we grab them, all right, and we mix it for you. With the reference track that you told us to emulate. And so what we will do is, we would do is then we would show you here on YouTube how you can achieve that sound. All right, so there it is, guys. With that being said, yeah, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and if you have comments and suggestions and things that Outrageous Producing can work on, you can let us know down in the comments below, and let us hear from you. What do you think? What do you think about these videos? What do you think about these tutorials? So yeah, take care and God bless and happy mixing.